We are in the final major building block of data cloud activation. This is where all the work we have done across, like ingesting data, modeling it, resolving identity, building insight, creating segment, actually delivers business value by getting data out to the system where marketing, sales, and service team do their work. An activation is the process of sending your segment data to a destination system. That destination is configured as an activation target. When you run an activation, Data Cloud takes all the unified individuals who are in your segment and sends their data, including the attribution you choose, to that destination. The activation is the bridge between Data Cloud intelligence and the operational system where campaign runs. Data Cloud supports several types of activation targets. Marketing Cloud is the most common. You would use this to push a segment directly into a Marketing Cloud journey or data extension for email, SMS, or push campaigns. Salesforce CRM activation lets you update contact records or trigger flows and processes based on segment membership. Cloud file storage targets like S3 or FTP allows you to export segment data to external systems that aren't natively connected. When you create an activation, you choose exactly what data gets sent. The segment list itself is always sent, but you also select specific attributes to include first name, last name for personalization, the contact point email for delivery, and any calculated insight values like RFM score, total spend, or days since last purchase. These attributes travel with each customer record to the destination. In Marketing Cloud, they become dynamic data that your email template can use. Imagine an email that says Jennifer, as a gold member with 4,500 points, here is your exclusive offer. All of that personalization data came from Data Cloud activation. Contact point selection is important and sometimes overlooked. A unified individual may have multiple email addresses. Jennifer has three. When you activate to an email marketing tool, you need to tell Data Cloud which email to use for each person. You include a contact point email in the activation configuration and set a preference rule, typically most recently active or primary. Without including a contact point, the activation has no delivery address and the campaign can't run. Let me clarify the relationship between segments and activation. A segment is the audience definition. It lives in Data Cloud and refreshes on its own schedule. An activation is the delivery mechanism. It runs on its own schedule and pushes the segment data to the configured destination. They are linked. The activation always pulls from a specific segment, but they are configured and scheduled separately. Typically, you set your activation to run an hour or two after your segment publishes, ensuring the activation always uses the freshest data. Before creating an activation, you need to set up an activation target, the destination connection. This is typically a one-time setup. Let's look into it in Salesforce or in Data Cloud. So I'm in Data Cloud now. You'll go to activation targets. Over here, you can create an activation target. It could be for any of the file storage. It could be for loyalty cloud. It could be for data cloud. If you need more targets, then you need to buy your licenses. Say, for example, we create for data cloud, and I have already created that and I have named it as DC target activation. Now, this particular target is for platform data cloud itself. Once the target is create an So we'll click on new. We'll select a segment. Let's take, for example, I created for loyalty points. For the target, the data cloud activation target. Let it with for unified individual profile. Say continue. Over here, I'll select the email as the contact point. And in case the source priority, in case I want to change which particular email has to be picked up, I can do it over here. If I want to add any other source, I can add another source also. So take for example, these are my data stream, if you remember, from there I can pick and then I can select an email type and hit next. Over here, in case I want to filter it, the membership, I can add filters. For the contact point, if I want to add filters, I can do that too. Then in the attributes or campaign data, if I want to add, I can add that. And then I can give it a name to my activation and I can set a schedule. Let's go back to presentation. This we have done. Now let's look into the monitoring part of it. After activation runs, monitoring is straightforward. In the activation tab, you'll be able to see the status, success, running or failed. You can see the record count showing how many unified individuals was sent. You have a full run history. If an activation fails, clicking into it usually shows an error message that points to issue with the destination or a data formatting problem. You have to fix the issue and then rerun the activation. As an example, for win back campaign, the win back campaign segment has 1 to 2 customers, those who were high spenders but have gone quiet. The activation sends those customers to our configured destination with first name, last name, email, RFM score, total lifetime spend, and loyalty tier. Everything the marketing team needs to send a highly personalized win back campaign is now flowing out of Data Cloud, and that's the complete value chain. So, a quick recap. Activation completes the Data Cloud loop. We have gone from fragmented raw data all the way through ingestion, modeling, identity resolution, intelligent segmentation, and activation. ShopSphere Data Cloud is complete. In the final module, we will recap the entire journey, review the full architect, and talk about certification and what's next. Congratulations, you have made it through a comprehensive hands-on Data Cloud course, and you now have practical experience with every major feature of the platform. That puts you in a very small group of people who have actually built all of this end to end. In this final module, we're going to look at the complete architecture to appreciate what you have built, do a rapid recap of every feature, talk about common mistake to avoid, and then look at certification and where to go from there. Let's talk about the full ShopSphere architecture diagram together. Starting at the top left, 5 separate data sources that had nothing to do with each other were when we started. We created 5 data streams to bring each source in, and that data landed in 5 data lake objects as raw unprocessed tables. The data mapper then transformed that raw data into 6 standardized data model objects: individual, contact point, sales order, loyalty program, members, and our custom map engagement EMO. Identity resolution ran next and merged the fragmented individual records into 7 unified individual profiles, one per real ShopSphere customer. No more 4 Jennifer Roderick, just one complete Jennifer. On top of those unified profiles, we built calculated insight from basic metrics like total spend all the way to a full RFM scoring model. Those insights enrich every unified profile. Using those insights and the unified profile, we built 6 segments: precise customer audiences for high value, labs, VIP, winback, app engage, and Activia scenario. And finally, we created an activation that sends the winback segment to a destination segment with all the personalization attributes needed to run a targeted campaign. That's a complete end-to-end customer data platform built by you. Let's do a quick recap of each feature. Data stream, the entry point, 5 stream CRM plus 4 CSV, category is critical, profile for identity data, engagement for behavioral data, creates DLOs automatically. Data modeling, the standardized step, map 5 DLOs to 6 DMOs, including one custom DMO. The party link on contact point DMO is the most commonly missed thing. Don't forget about it. Identity resolution is the magic step. 3 match rules, email exact, phone exact, name normalized. Reconciliation rules set CRM as the highest priority. Non-destructive original data always preserves. Result: one unified profile per real customer. Calculated insight are simple metrics to RFM scoring. Use the field picker for exact API names. Chain insights together for modular maintainable models. Segments combining profile attributes, related DMO data, and calculated insights. Visual Builder, NoSQL require monitor population health. Activation is the delivery mechanism. Activation target configures where data goes. Activation configures what attributes go with each customer. Always include contact point as the delivery address. Schedule after segment push. Before I send you off, let me share the 6 common mistakes I see in Data Cloud implementation. I'm sure you can avoid them. Number one, wrong DLO category, profile versus engagement. Set it correctly from the start. It's difficult and disruptive to change. Number two, non-unique primary key. If your primary key has duplicate records, records will override each other and you will have mysterious data quality issues. Third one, missing party link and contact point mapping. Without this link, your emails and phone aren't connected to the people and identity resolution break. Four, identity resolution rules that are too loose. Different people get merged into same profile. Star strict, calculated insight that aren't refreshing. Your segment data becomes stale and you are targeting people based on old information. Monitor your CI refresh jobs. 6. Activation target without contact point. You've seen a list of customers with no way to reach them. Always add a contact point email or phone to your activation. If you want to formalize your data cloud knowledge with an official credential, the Salesforce Data Cloud Consultant certification is the one to pursue. It covers all the topic we have worked through: ingestion, modeling, identity resolution, segmentation, activation, plus our administration and governance topic. Having real hands-on experience is essential for this exam. It's not something you can pass from reading documentation alone. The hands-on practice you have done in this course is exactly the preparation you need. There is a lot to learn beyond this course. On the intermediate side, the ingestion API lets you push data into data cloud from any system. Real-time streaming ingestion gets events into data cloud. Flow enables some interesting automation scenarios. On the advanced side, data space is a governance feature for organizations that needs to partition their data for different businesses. The query and profile APIs let you access unified profile data from external application, and the marketing cloud data integration goes much deeper than what we have touched upon. For continued learning, go to Trailhead, search for Data Cloud, and work through the official learning trail. The official help documentation at help.salesforce.com is an excellent and kept current. The Trailblazer community has an active data cloud group where you can ask questions and learn from experienced practitioners. Data Cloud moves fast with three major releases per year. Staying current on new features is part of the job. That's the complete Data Cloud course from zero to a fully functioning customer data platform for ShopSphere with hands-on experience. Thank you so much for learning with me. If this course helped, please leave a like and subscribe. It genuinely helps more people find the content. Leave your questions in the comment and I will answer them. The ShopSphere CSV files are linked in the description so you can use them. Go build something great with Data Cloud. You have got everything you need.